All right, guys, we are back. World tournament's going on. Let's go ahead and take a look here at some hot takes. This is one of those, grading community hot take videos. A lot of times I do these during World Tournament because it's just like during a World Tournament, I'm grinding. Although this World Tournament, I really have not been feeling it. Yeah, not really too eager to grind World Tournament, so we'll see how hard I even grind here. But anyway, let's take a look what we got here. I'll probably aim to maybe do 2 videos from this tweet, both about an hour long or so. We'll see. Oh, yeah, okay. So I saw this one come in, and typically I like to not really look at what's coming up ahead of time. But this one I saw come in, and I wanted to reply to this. So this is just a reference to the stuff we saw at the Community Fest. Remember the new mode, as they're kind of calling it, as well as, well, what did they say? New battle system? Battle system seems a little ambitious. I mean, I think new mode is more of like a proper way to say it. It does look pretty fun, but I mean, at least from what I saw, it felt like it was very far away. I want to say I kind of vaguely said maybe we could see it for Anniversary, but that still feels kind of soon for me. I don't, like, I see the point here, because more communication is always better, right? It's always better when there's more teasers, more hints, more producer's letter, more communication. It's just always good. It's just always good, right? From, like, devs of the game like this. But this is, like, I mean, I assume this is still something that's probably, like, quite a ways out. So I don't know, like, I just don't think that it's, like, there's not a problem, I don't think, that they haven't really, like, announced this or talked in this in more depth, because they're going to do that when, the update is going to come. Most underrated character right now, I mean, this is, like, but I didn't even look past most underrated character right now. This feels like a crack smoking take. I don't know. I don't know. It's, let me read this. People talk about him as if they're the Antichrist. It's just the majority of characters pre-GDC. It's not an HL Vegeta thing. It's not, a physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan thing or Blue Kaioken. All these characters, they all, like, struggle because this is the big problem of the year. They set all these characters up to be good on, like, turn 10. And then they're just like, actually, it's all turn 1 now. And that really crushed all these characters. It's funny, a little bit for different reasons, as 2022. But 2025 is, like, so similar to 2022, right? Which is so funny, because all I see is bitching about 2025 nonstop. And I only ever see glaze for 2022. Right? I think it's just more so not a Dragon Ball community thing, not a Dokkan community thing, just the internet at large. People in general are just, more negative than they ever have been. I think it's kind of the thing here, but this year is very similar in the structure to 2022. In 2022, essentially the first 6 months of characters were victims. Leading up to LR Golden Frieza, and then LR Vegeta and Trunks. And then 2022 really took off with, like, legendary characters and, picks that people loved and stuff like that. And, I mean, honestly, 2025 is very similar. In just the way, I mean, the difference here is that 2022 opened with Red Zone, basically, and then they kept releasing characters who weren't good enough for it. Like, if that exact situation happened this year instead, people would be having absolute meltdowns, right? Like, AGL Trunks is one of the worst characters of the year, the EZA. And I saw people, like, they were throwing their tweets out, oh, this is why 2025 Dokkan is not that good. 2025 Dokkan strikes again. And they're just, like, ignoring, like, the nonstop greatness we've had for the last several months. So, like, this guy is, like, as bad as you could get, almost. They could have made him even a little bit worse, but, like, you get what I'm saying. Great. Manga characters, we could skip over. Great. Hellfighter 17 is, like, a great for me. Chi-Chi, I think, is pretty good. Baby possessed Gohan and Goten, they're very good. I think Baby is great, right? Like, it's, just for months, these characters have been kick-ass. So I'm just trying to set the scene that people are always very negative. With that being said, this Vegeta oftentimes is a victim. It's just how it goes, right? Ha ha ha. Okay. Well, okay. I see Annie. Right. I talked about this with Annie before. Yeah. He's talking about the Frieza Gogeta thing. The problem with this, I don't know. This just speaks as though Annie is just kind of like looking at the characters like from the position of like the timeline or something, like, bro. So, okay, hold on. Let's pull the character up. Yep, right here. This character. This character can protect Vegeta to an extent. But, I mean, we're talking turn 1. So, like a turn 1, a turn 2, a turn 3 thing, right? Like if you start on slot 7, and then, theoretically we like float him or something like that, right? So we're talking about popping this guy's active at the same time. So now, several things have happened. We're now just directly on their team, and it has to be a team in which we have this up and we have this up. So already we're talking a mega specific build here, right? Never mind all the different teams that EGL Vegeta could be on, or the different situations, right? Things like Fuse Fighter, blah, 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 right? Here's the problem. You use this up, and then you don't have the strongest ability that this character actually has, which is Gogeta's active. So it's like, we're saying this is the most underrated character in the game, but in order to come to this conclusion, we need to potentially significantly nerf this character right here. So, because this guy is a demon, depending upon how many orbs you get with him, right, is a huge factor for this guy. That's kind of like what it leads to, right? You need to be able to get a ton of orbs for him to be really, really good. 10 orbs gives him his 100% dodge, right? So, I just don't agree. I don't agree with this. Then Tech Gogeta lets Vegeta tank anything. I just like, and then Tech Gogeta lets Vegeta tank anything. And he's referring to this right here. And then he also has his 18 key, on his 18 key. This right here. Again, after you don't have this up, which gives you your guaranteed change, usually this part is enough for Gogeta to have something like 15 orbs, right? This ability right here, the first time Gogeta shows up, Frieza will create orbs. But I feel like I'm not explaining this well. But we're talking about such a fucking specific set of circumstances in these fights with locking and AoEs and all this shit. What I see from this is we're actually just going to end up on a situation where this Gogeta is probably going to get killed. It's like what I'm reading for all this. Basically, to land on the final point of I do not agree. He's nowhere near underrated. Not even close. I could give you 25 characters right now who are more underrated than the AGL Gogeta character. I do not agree. No. I don't agree. Love both. Oh, Lord Almighty. Okay, here we go. These kids. Okay, man. Let me just pull up my reading glasses like Iron Cane. Let me get my top hat and my monocle on, man. We got novels here. Okay. 2024 Dokkan is over romanticized. I could see it. My experience with 2024 Dokkan is me going, damn, things are good, and then everyone is just mad every second. Now, there was particular circumstances in 2024 for global players where the sync was handled about as bad as it possibly could have been handled. It's hard to imagine them having been able to do it any worse than it was done, right? With, again, limited communication, and they went at kind of like a normal pace of releases, and then they decided, fuck it, time to drop 50 characters in 2 months, right? It was just clown shit. But that part, like, I remember just, like, being very happy, guys, everything's so good, and then people being, like, really mad back at me. It's like, all right, man, all right. When reality had its flaws too. Okay, people say HL Kigoku aged out too quick. Bro, again, I don't know. Dokkan Twitter refuses to acknowledge GDC power creep as a thing. They refuse. They absolutely whatever. They cannot acknowledge GDC power creep hurt all these characters. They can't do it. Never. They could never do it. This is, I don't agree with this. Yeah, he could get blasted in this fight too, but this is kind of ignoring that the Goku and Frieza fight was 2 weeks after this fight, and Tech Vegeta was super good in the Goku and Frieza fight. So at this first point, no, I disagree. No. Tech Vegeta was good all year. But AGL Kid Goku, he's suffering the same fate that all the start of the year characters did because of GDC power creep. And the other thing too is I say GDC power creep, but again, to properly explain it, it's them really switching up the type of content from going from turn 10 fights to turn 1 fights, right? Outside of like the Broly Red Zone stage or like some of the Kale and Khalifa fights, but those fights aren't really too, like I know the Broly fight can be very intimidating and like some of the missions can be tough and stuff like that, but I mean, if you're just going in to just kill Broly, like it's a very, very simple fight. Okay, end of 2024 was very underwhelming as a whole. I feel like I don't agree again. The end of 2024 was underwhelming as a whole. Yeah, no way, right? No, hell no. So, like, I mean, technically, I mean, these guys are January, right? These are January, yeah. But, like, the Daima characters, definitely not fucking underwhelming. No way. This guy was fun. Gotenks was crazy. I want to say these guys were fun. Buhan was fun. I felt like I liked this guy. I mean, the heroes characters always, kind of hit or miss. Tech Beerus was a god. He was incredible. What else we have? Slug. I mean, maybe Slug is certainly a character that might not have been popular, but I thought he was pretty good. Roshi is here a little bit earlier. Like, remember, on JP, this is a July release. I mean, certainly this, like, Namek celebration is not that good. But then we get to the Broly Worldwide, so again, 0 for 2. Yeah, I don't agree with this. Definitely not. Yes, okay, this is true, but remember, to be fair to the Broly Worldwide, every single celebration in Dokkan history, people were mad and complaining the entire time, right? Like, even everyone's darling favorite nowadays, the Cooler movie celebration, was nonstop bitching and anger the whole celebration. Mostly about the whole carnival coin thing, right? And people also hated a lot of the content that like pay to win event, as we called it, even though it wasn't actually pay to win, but whatever. I mean, it's when I say pay to win event, people go, "Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about." So we'll say it, right? Now this Broly Worldwide, there was a lot of there was an avalanche of content. This is one of those things where they were doing nonstop content, and I feel like I would have done a video back then like, damn guys, there's so much going on. And they go, actually there's nothing going on. But no, there is. It's just that the fights they dropped were very weak or unengaging. That's the problem. Like there was a lot of content, but it was not good content. But then, as the LR Tech Broly account says, the EX part came in with a massive W, good fights, and some of the better EZAs we've ever seen. Especially if you take out Anniversary Dokkan Fest EZAs, and then, like, examine Tech Gogeta and Physical Janemba, like, removing Anniversary Dokkan Fest EZAs, it's, impressive. Monthly TURs were mostly failures. I mean, he's going a little bit fast and loose here. I mean, AGL Vegeta, do we consider him a failure? I want to say no, but, I mean, me saying that is thinking about how effective he is in Festival. So what's the ruling on that, guys? Are we, like, can I say that or can I not say that? Like, because, I mean, if we pretend Festival doesn't exist, there's some of those 10th Anniversary Red Zones, then yeah, he's underwhelming. We're looking at monthly 2 hours. Now, Roshi, I'm going to give you Roshi. Underwhelming. Yeah, yep. Slug, no. Tech Buhan, no. God, dude, fuck Global. The order of releases, it's tripping me up, man. It always fucking does. Here, let's just look at the actual, the canon timeline. Let's look at the canon timeline. So again, we had Tech Buhan, Slug are both W's. Vegeta is kind of up in the air. I feel like we go either way. Next is Roshi, failure for sure. Then is Rose. Rose is a little bit weird because he's a global first too. I would give Rose a failure as well. I would say Rose is a failure to me for sure. Oh yeah, but Topo. I don't think I would say Topo is a failure. Nah. Topo doesn't get the failure tag from me. First form Frieza does. First form Frieza does. For sure. First form Frieza, like Android 16, like first form Frieza is like the bad end of like Android 16. Like what we saw when Android 16 first came out, and it's like, oh boy. Right? The difference though is like 17 is like 1,000 times better than Dodoria. And again, there was no tech androids that came out for Frieza, unfortunately. If Frieza got the equivalent of the tech androids, he would have been a lot better, Frieza, but you know, it is what it is. I remember like in some of those World Tour videos, we did good. Like we had some good luck, but it was, you know, just exactly that, good luck. I remember, I think we beat the Gogeta Blue fight in one try, and I was just kind of looking to the left and right, like, what the fuck just happened, dude? I will never do that fight with Frieza's team again. We're going to stay 1-for-1, right? So, I don't know. Mostly failures, is this true? So, wait, so let's count again. So, Frieza's a failure, Topo is not, Rose is a failure. Roshi is a failure as well. I mean, that already is 3. So it's close. I mean, I don't know that I would say mostly, but I mean, there are quite a few. And then obviously remember, you know, Golden Week characters and LRs and stuff like that are not, you know, obviously monthly TURs. It's only talking about the global timeline when judging years. How much of a mess global was. Sure, okay. Had its fair share of fumbled EZAs. Yeah, of course. I mean, there's a lot of fumbled EZAs in here, right? Okay, I mean, 9th anniversary EZAs were all great. I feel like people would try and say UI Goku is a fumble. He definitely was not. No way. They were great. I mean, I can't hate. I got a lot of use out of Broly Chad and Limo. I can't hate. I think Sleepy Beerus, I fucking hated him, but I don't think he's... It's not really what we're talking about here. STR Vegito is a fumble, EZA. That, you could put him on there. I think so. Buhan is awesome. STR Vegito, yeah, you're balls. Bardock was balls as well. Really, this guy did probably Super EZA, AGL, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Just like, when you start comparing him, let's just only compare him to Super EZAs. And when we compare him just to other Super EZAs, it's like, yeah, fuck, like, he feels underwhelming. So you could probably call him a failure. Super Vegeta could probably be called a failure as well. I liked Gotenks and Topron Pride Troopers and stuff. This Gotenks was very good. Tech Exchange Boo was very good. Tech Ultimate Gohan, I feel like I would almost kind of want to lean more towards failure territory with him. I probably would, right? I want to say Kid Buu was very good. Cat Flow was obviously very good. Goku Black is, I mean, I would like to say he was a failure. They were elite, yep. I mean, I'm not really talking about sub EZAs, but they were all good. Tech Jiren is a huge flop. Huge failure. Tech Jiren fucking sucks. Tech Jiren is... he's bad. He was bad. Then we have the LR Turles was great. In Broly was another fumble. Yeah, there's a lot of these EZAs are very hit or miss. There's a lot of shit we're kind of like working through here, huh? This guy, I feel like you could have one person who would say this is the best EZA of the year, and another person who could say that this character sucked. Because, you know, he was a super glass cannon. They were great. I mean, we've gotten a lot of use out of them this year on that youth team. A lot of deaths from them, too, but yeah. Janemba and Gogeta were obviously gods. The Namek, these were some of the worst characters of the year. These two, oh my god, they were so bad. So yeah, it does feel like 2024 had way worse EZAs. I would say that. All right, let's do this and we'll jump into some quotes. Most successful year we had in the game, what? I guess we're just saying 2025? We got difficult, long, and short content, player base asked. Redoing a fumble release we got 2 years ago. Bro, Abu, brother, you have got to do a better job, like, a redo on a fumble release we got 2 years ago. Who? I mean, if I sit here and think about it all day, I could come up with who you're talking about. Who we got 2 years ago. So that'd be 2023. I'm curious enough to pause and find out. Yeah, this is why you got to be more specific, Abu. Come on, do better, do better. He could be talking about them. I would really be defensive about calling them a fumble, though. I would not call them a fumble. If you want to specifically say Vegito Blue portion of the card is a fumble, sure. But I can't give this character a fumble grade. I can't allow history to misremember them like that. We didn't get a Super Trunks this year. Maybe Super Saiyan 4 Goku he's talking about. Or Omega. He could be talking about Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Omega. Or the Blues. Although I would push back on the Blues being a fumble. Not Bulma, not Turles, not this Goku, not the 23rd characters. Boo fucking was a fumble, but there was no Boo like that Super Boo. Kale is probably fumble, but no. Super 17. It's gotta be... I feel like he's probably referring to the Blues, in which I disagree. But you could certainly say the Baby Saga Super Saiyan 4 Goku we got this year made up for this guy. And Dokkan Fest L Omega Shenron made up for this guy. So, I like, Abu might be talking about one of them. Which I think is fair, is fair. Received units we asked for years. Yeah, brother, just kind of like, you know, make it a little bit more easier to follow along here. You get me, Abu? Come on. Skill orb system needs an improvement. Majority of skill orbs are useless. Yeah, brother. Like, dude, I could pull this up. I have literally like 1,000 of like this and stuff from grinding the Whis event. With all the, you know, the 50,000 runs I've done in there, or whatever the fuck it is though. Should be a system for skill orbs where you can reroll. Yeah, boom, instantly. Yes, the answer is yes. Yeah, there should. So we could like kind of like do like a crafting system or something with these skill orbs. Yeah, they should. Yes. The thing is, I guess it's just, if they did something like that, a player like me, like, I would be set. Because I just have thousands and thousands of equips. Hate this guy. I mean, I could see it. Especially if you're just like, you know, you just summoned on a whim, and you got him, and you've got him 55%, and then it's just like, you know, you don't have rainbows for every single one of these, like, Android characters, and it's gonna be bad, right? Like, I could see that. He could be good by himself. His team is so bad, it makes me hate him. The tech androids legitimately added a ton to the team, but yeah. Try to do the androids has cell sucking mission, only one of them. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, that does, I mean, for sure. The fact that they didn't fix 19 and 20's passive yet makes this worse. I gotta imagine it's gonna be fixed tomorrow in the maintenance. For whatever reason, I feel like they could have just did it in the Trunks data download. And maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like they could have just did it there. But I guess they're gonna wait for this maintenance. So I mean, yeah, I guess it really sucks if you think about it on global. If they're really waiting for the maintenance, that means they're gonna get fixed on the fucking 26th for global. Does seem a little far away. That is like a full month of them being broken. Right? By the time they're fixed, they're going to be power crept, dude. So, yeah. Okay, I can see it. Yeah, I mean, I would argue that he is the single most valuable character this year. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku. If you go the totality of the year, I would say he has the highest overall value this year. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Like, he's the character of the year. Like, if I did, like, rankings like that, I mean, a character like Orange Piccolo doesn't even have a chance. Like, I would have to consider Orange, like, a character, like, this type of ranking would, like, it would probably just be anniversary characters every single year. Right? Like, but, like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku has legitimately been, like, super good all year. I mean, he came out in January. And, I mean, he, unlike a lot of the, you know, start of 2025 characters, he can work very effectively in the short, difficult GDC content stages. And he's good everywhere, right? Speed Race, I've not seen it. When I was, you know, 7 years old or something, I remember the show being on with the bad dub, but I actually have not seen the movie. I love the actor though. I know that the main actor because he was in the Girl Next Door. That's one of my favorite movies. I love that one. Pick 2 random ones from your hot take thread. Okay, let's take a look. Criminal Amatsu's keeping first coming UI on the bench. Well, I mean, okay. They gotta... I don't know. Like, keep in mind, okay? There's, anniversaries and worldwides and stuff coming up for, like, years and years and years. They can't just, like, blow everything. Like, just constantly blowing stuff. Like, I'm fine with them taking their time to get to this. We've had several other UI Gokus, several other dominant UI Gokus. I am not upset that they're taking their time getting to this. I don't consider it an issue, really. Because, it maybe, like, once we get, Dragon Ball Super returning as an anime and stuff, like, it'll be, I feel like you guys get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Episode 109, Ultra Instinct's most deserving character of our time and ever since we moved to modern animation. I mean, with how crazy that 1 hour special was, I mean, it's gonna be so hype, seeing him, all that stuff. Looks like, the LR we're gonna get here is gonna be, it's a future Gohan and Trunks exchange character, might be a revive exchange. I've been pushing back on the idea of a revive exchange for so long, because it's like you can only have one character on the team revive. A revive transformation is the worst idea ever, right? It's just one of those things, when we're typing it out on Twitter, it sounds like a great idea. But, like, when we're actually in game, like, it does feel like a bit of a nightmare to me. But, I mean, that might be a revive exchange character, the future Gohan and Trunks. And then certainly, like, a UI Goku, like a Blue Kaioken revive into UI Goku could be a thing we could see as well, right? Dokkan Fest Kid Buu. Well, we still need the LR Kid Buu. He's an LR Kid Buu we need. Oh, no. He's saying that Kid Buu does have a Dokkan Fest. We have several DKP LRs. Baby finally has a Dokkan Fest and a Great Ape LR. Not a single unit at the moment that broke the internet except SSR from 2017. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's going to be coming up. Remember, for one of the first times in quite some time, we've actually gone a long time with pretty much no Universal Survival Saga representation. We did get a banner unit, 17, but, like, it wasn't, like, something super crazy. Wow, whoa! We went from... wow, most overrated unit of the year? Yeah, no way, dude. How could you possibly say this? Someone who pulled 6 copies on his initial banner, dodge or die in base, and just die in transformed. You could blame Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta Mini's shortcomings on this guy, by the way. Yeah, I mean, to an extent, I feel like that could be true. Damage reduction support should not exist and new units are released with it in consideration. It may be true that they held back on some of those power beyond Super Saiyan characters with knowing this guy was around. Might be a thing, but Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's not that bad. Depending upon, like, some of these really crazy power creep GDC fights, which, remember, are a thing, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is very effective in a lot of these GDC fights. He could be killed in them, because, remember, he is still a character with Super Saiyan 4 Goku and a stacking, meant for these 10-turn fights, and, these fights aren't really going 10 turns. I push back on this so hard. This is just not true, though, that he's the most overrated unit of the year. No, he's actually the best. He's the best unit of the year. If we consider, like, both forms, because the way the form is with dodge or die, you could say he's just like, oh, he's just dodge or die shit. I mean, this guy didn't say it, but you get what I'm saying. But, like, you pretty much have to be in some of these GDC fights. I mean, how does AGL Vegeta do in there? He just gets fucking bullied, right? How do, like, all these other, like, start of 2025 characters do? They just get, blasted. Heavily slept on? Well, the problem is, let's pull up his kit quickly. I mean, we could only pretty much use him. It will be what? Tech Vegito? What Tech Vegito? You have to be on Tech Vegito's team? Like, that's the problem, dude. Okay. Yup. I mean, yeah, I guess he's not really restricted. Besides, I mean, this is. Let's look at Boo Saga. Is it just Tech Vegito or physical? That's the problem, man. Like that's the issue. He's a slot 2 demon. Okay, dude. Hold the phone. Okay, I'm sure this guy, LR STR Super Saiyan Gohan Future, is quite excited about the LR reveal last night. Listen. Slot 2... Bro, I can't... I'm pouring a drink, and I'm gonna laugh and spill it all over at the phrase slot 2 demon. Brother, you understand that that's a diss, right? That's not a compliment. You, bro, Dokkan Twitter, these kids are not gonna take he's a slot 2 demon. They're not gonna take that as a positive, man. It's not a positive, dude. Must run in certain category missions he could be used on. Like what? Do people never explain? I know, like I jokingly am like, oh my god, let me put on my glasses for this, but I'd much rather shit be over explained than a must run in certain category missions. Bro, you know, to pull up to 50 events and find which missions you're talking about? God damn. I mean, I really like this guy when he easy aid. I just think that the issue with him is more so the Boo Saga Gokus. Maybe we could give him a try in some fights though and see how he does, right? I just like slot 2 demon in a meta where every fight has locking and AoEs. Like, come on, man. Oh, the goat. Nahomi. Don't let me down. Turn-based RPGs like Expedition 33 shouldn't have parries. Parries were so telegraphed for me, it ruined any purpose of learning how to use characters, making the game too easy for me. Because I was able to parry the majority of the game. Because I literally parried every attack. Okay, well, sounds like Nahomi is... I know this dungeon. This is the... Damn, isn't it like... It's like Winter Heart or something like that? I know what this is. Yeah, this is right after you get Minoko. And yeah, if you run through this and destroy it, and then you go, do the next story thing you're supposed to do, Old Lumiere, you're dominating it. I mean, people got mad at me, but I mean, I turned the game on. I looked through the trophy list. I was, there's no difficulty option. I think I put it on normal. And then I remember I was fighting the first mime, and I was getting blown up, and I was like, well, let's try easy. And then I got through it, and then I think I just never changed it back. That's what I did. Bro, I mean, I don't, like, my enjoyment from this game, the parry system is obviously sick. Like, it's fun. But really, I would say my overall enjoyment from the game came from probably the story and the music. But I thought that the gameplay was good. I see what they're saying right here, but... I would like a second Expedition 33. That's like exactly like I just want more. I just want more. I want more. It's funny. Like a lot of the Expedition 33 these days gets hate on for one reason. Why is that? Because it's so popular. It's super popular, so now it gets hate. And then people, they're, oh my god, the popular thing, must hate on it. I see a lot of like parry slop and stuff like that. But like, you can dodge too. Like there's a parry and a dodge. Many people are gonna say new ECA Trunks is the worst ECA of the year. This answer is this guy. Yeah. There's also, technically, this is still an anniversary LR. That's a good point. Yeah, I probably would say this is the worst ECA of the year. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. And this is a part 3 anniversary ECA. And yeah, he's the worst of the year. I think so. I think him, Ginyu, Trunks, the discussion probably starts with them. Yeah, this guy's yeah. Yeah, this guy is absolute dog shit. That's so true. Yep. Yeah, Trunks fans rejoice. You did not get the treatment that this guy got. That's for sure. Best CGL unit in the game? Let me just take a look. What does my last Dokkan Diamond look like? I probably will do a new Dokkan Diamond soon. Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, here's my last Dokkan Diamond, but no, it's Goma. I would say Goma. I mean, I would put Gogeta 2 on this, but as Goma. Goma's, I think, the best AGL unit in the game. But then again, I think Goma's the best anything unit in the game, so. Halo Reach had the best multiplayer experience of any Halo game with an amazing custom games experience and tons of different official game types. My favorite was Invasion. As for campaign, that title goes to Halo 2, though Infinite also had a great campaign. So, guys, I've not, like, first-person shooters are mostly just, like, not for me. Like, I don't really hate them. I just not, like, a fan. Like, so, like, Call of Duties, you know, like, I think Gears of War is it's a third-person, right? Or something, but, like, all those, like, shooter-type games, I'm not a big, like, you know, there's the whole meme right now of, like, you know, people liking, you know, games with balls and guns. I mean, I do like all the sports games. So I can fit that to an extent, but shooters just have never, you know, like I could play some of them occasionally. Like I don't know. Like I would say I really enjoyed Fallout 3, but that's not really like a shooter, right? Like I don't know. I mean, yeah, this is cool. I've heard great things about Halo, Halo 2, Halo 3. I want to say I haven't heard too much about Halo Reach. I don't think so. I feel like the big popular one I always hear about, it's Halo 3, right? Halo 3 is the big one people love. And they're all now on PlayStation, too. That's crazy times, huh? Yeah, okay. So Yamcha, this would be a good example of an underrated character. Yes, 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 yes. He does dominate most fights, but obviously dodge canceling completely neutralizes him. If there's dodge canceling, he just, you know, can't be used in the fight. And I mean, he does have a, you know, Earthbred Fighter's leader skill. Yeah, I mean, we could do double Yamcha. The problem is, like, find a friend Yamcha. That would be the issue there. But yes, I mean, is this guy the most underrated character in the game? I would say he probably does deserve merit as being up there. Yeah, for sure. Blue fusions have more hype and drawing power than Z fusions. These days, that does seem true. I think it's mostly just because they're newer, they're fresher. That's why. All the Glitz and Glimmer 10th anniversary fusions couldn't outsell 5th or 9th anniversary. Maybe. I mean, I would certainly want to see, like, the level of animation that, like, EGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta got. Or, you know, like the 10th anniversary fusions for these guys. I think these guys would make a great anniversary. But maybe, like, the 13th anniversary. Like, I'm not talking 11th. Like, I think this could be, like, a good, like, 13th anniversary. Although, we definitely would need a Vegito Blue before then. Because, for sure. We've had a lot of Blue Gogetas. We've never had Start a Turn Blue Gogeta, which we need. That does need to happen. This is probably true, though, yeah. Alright, let's jump over to some replies here. Dragon Ball hero units and celebrations were more interesting and fun than the manga units. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that these are like one for one. Like, how do I word this? If heroes still existed, so would these manga units. You see what I'm saying? Like, if heroes never got canceled, I think this year we would have gotten the manga units and we would have gotten heroes. We would have gotten both. I do think so. I don't think that, like, a lot of people kind of like put these as equivalents, and that's not the case. You know, the heroes units were replaced essentially by what became LR Goma. Manga units deserve much more than being okay to bad units. Yeah, I guess. I mean, here's the thing that's going to make, you know, a lot of Dokkan Twitter sad. They were very good in Festival. Couple of them were. Funny enough, I like Frieza. Frieza's probably the best of all of them, but not the biggest fan of Frieza in Festival, just because, like, his crazy impact would be slot 1, but then towards the end of the fight, he's losing a lot of that dodge, like from his intro, so just can be a little bit scary. But yeah, manga Frieza, if we get, like, Namek for Golden Week, anniversary, New Year's, any of these are Namek, Manga Frieza could be pretty good there. If Namek isn't New Year's or anniversary, this would be a good Golden Week. Yeah. Wait, Frieza and Vegeta, and then make Goku the LR? Okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess I could see it. I just, I don't know. That just seems like they just wouldn't do that. Like I just like. There's no way they don't just do Goku and Frieza, right? Like it seemed crazy of them not to do Goku and Frieza. That Vegeta does do some pretty cool shit Dokkan doesn't have in game yet. So I mean, he could be a very fun unit. Like they could just give him like a like. I mean, he could just be kind of like a monthly Dokkan Fest, I think. It definitely feels time for Namek though, for sure. I feel like of these next couple of celebrations, so I would say like if you had to, I mean I don't know, like if you walked up and I'm trying to think of like okay, I expect Namek in one of the major celebrations by the end of GDC 2026. So New Year's, anniversary, Golden Week, and next GDC, I think Namek is in one of them. I think very, very high chance. Another roadie take. Okay. Although we did get a Halo Reach. Oh, wait. Now we're talking about... oh, fuck. What's his name? Damn, I forgot his name. Megami, or whatever, right? He's not a fraud. Not his fault he was constantly forced to fight sorcerers who are way above his weight class. I mean, that's just, like, shonen anime in general, though, right? Like, yeah, but, like, that... See, Rhodey, now... I mean, I'm, like, kind of, like, thinking about this in, like, a shonen sense. I mean, Yusuke was in over his head against Toguro. And what did Yusuke do? Goku shouldn't have been fighting Frieza. What did he do? Right? Naruto went up against God. You know, handled his own. He was fighting Madara and shit, dude. Handled his own. So, like, you know, like, I can see where you're going, but if we look at his peers, you know, they all came through. They all did it. So, I don't know. I actually didn't finish JJK. I need to finish JJK. When the huge, like, moment happened towards the end of the series, I did kind of, like, mentally check out. Like, I don't know. I did. When that moment happened that everyone knows what I'm talking about, I kind of, like, checked out. I was, whatever. Like, I was the kid in Toy Story. I'm not playing with JJK anymore. See ya. I gotta lock back in. Managed to defeat a special grade in season 1. That's the demon or the curse that looked. Damn, what's the way to describe it? I don't know. The same dude that they fight in the detention center or whatever. As well as hold his own against a bloodless. Yeah, that was sick. That is his best showing, right? For sure. Also great during the Cullen games. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know what made me, you know, start like, you know, bro. Yeah, this all sounds well and good. Forced to fight sorcerers way above his weight class. I don't remember Yusuke crying. Yusuke got the job done, okay? He got the job done. No, this is stupid. Tech androids are overrated. Get a job. I expect to see 3 different job applications filled out in my mentions, in my replies, Pune. All right? Tech androids are overrated. Ooh, Notre Dame is soft for not taking a bowl invite. Yeah. So I don't follow college football super close these days. Like, I guess I hear, when I was younger I did. Like, I was all into, like, college, and then the whole, like, NFL draft process is always very fun. But, like, these days, like, I hear some of the big, you know, college player names, but then, like, you know, like, I listen to a lot of, like, sports podcasts, like, when I'm working out or, like, working on videos or whatever. All right, and I'm not, like, actually recording. So, like, I'll listen to a lot of, like, draft stuff once we're in, like, you know, March and April and shit. But I don't really follow college that close. But I did hear, like, this was such a big story, right? Where Notre Dame didn't make it into the playoff. But, like, again, as like, from what I was listening to, it's, like, their schedule was super weak. And they had 2 games. If they had won, what did they play? They played A&M and they played Miami. If they would have won one of them, they would have gotten in. I mean, yeah, I mean, whatever. And then because they didn't make it in the playoff and they feel like they should have, they didn't do a bowl game. Yeah, I mean, this just hurts the program, though, right? Like, I don't know. Soft, yeah. I mean, I guess it is pretty soft, right? Yeah. Roadie shipping it, yeah. Anyway, a hot take. Whoa. Okay. Man, we'll try and mark this down, put it in my likes, and I'll fish it out. We'll look at that maybe for a video sometime next week or something. Not gonna go through the entire thing during this, but Baby's underrated. Yeah, I do feel like I see like people do seem to be pretty harsh on Baby. I agree with that. I feel like people are pretty harsh towards Baby. His own team is fantastic with Goma, Goku Black, and Zamasu. You got Omega and stuff on there. Yeah. The problem is just like this. Like, yeah, the Great Ape is so good, so powerful, but like you're not really able to use it that often, right? In some of these GDC fights, these fights don't last like a super long time to where we're easily able to get Great Ape. That's one thing that maybe has me potentially a little bit nervous about the upcoming future Gohan and Trunks as well, right? Like, you know, we'll see what's going to happen with that in terms of like, are we going to be able to get to Trunks quick? Or, I mean, we'll see. Yeah, I think this guy's a little underrated, though. But his best asset is kind of, like, locked away for a while. It's a huge problem, for sure. Mini Goku's becoming overrated? Seen many people talk about him saying his GDCLR level. I don't really see it. Very strong versus Goku Black and Zamasu, but I don't think he brings as much to the table as the other GDC LRs in the other fights. Okay, I mean, sure. Like, if we're just going to say all the GDC LRs are better than him, yeah, okay. But then, like, doesn't he come, like, right after them? And then I think the Tech Androids, their impact is pretty similar to this guy. Like, I think you could drop all the GDC LRs. You can get Rose, Omega, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. You get all those boys out, right? For sure. And then, but right after them, I think that's where we could start talking about this guy and the Tech Androids. So, I mean, yeah, not quite GDC LR level, but, like, the literal next, like, you know, tier down or next power level down, whatever we would say, I think he's right there. I don't think, I mean, for really, I saw so much downplay of this guy. I mean, maybe you're saying people have overcorrected. I don't think I've really seen that myself of, like, an overcorrection. I feel like this guy is really, really good. Right now, I feel like he's definitely still the best TUR, right? Well, androids are in a discussion. Yeah, I guess I can't, because I do think you could say the androids are best TUR, and I don't think you could really argue against that too easily. Goma refused to dodge, got killed by Zamasu. The fact that he can even die to Zamasu automatically disqualifies him from being #1 unit in the game. So literally cannot happen to AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I mean, but AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can get killed in that fight as well from Goku Black. Like this is not, like, all these characters can get caught or embarrassed, depending upon how things go. But no, just because he can get killed by Sasuke does not disqualify him from being one. I think Goma's one. I'd go Goma 1, I'd go Blues 2, and I'd go Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta at 3 myself. It's funny, usually people, I'm gonna assume Kachente here is pushing for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as #1. Typically, from the people I've seen that don't like Goma as 1, they do tend to want Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to be in that spot instead. But, I mean, I like the Blues a little bit better. I would put them at 2. Right. Yeah. I mean, Fat Boo is silly. It's just, he's a mistake character for sure. I mean, if a fight is very long, Fat Boo is going to lose, like, you know, some of what makes him great. But I feel like it's much easier for them to make, like, really difficult and crazy short fights. Like, it's just like probably, like, much easier for Dokkan to do. And as long as these fights are short like this, I mean, this demon, this Dark Lord, I mean, he's got it. Like, whatever it is, he's got it. He has it. I think one of the reasons they're pushing power creep so much now is because Global's caught up. Now Global can't save for the better characters. They're pushing power creep like crazy. Forcing... Oh, if that was true, then fuck, that's bad, man. Could you imagine, like, if you know, we get the smoking gun and Amatsu confirms that's true? That would be... Dude. The sink, one of the worst things to ever happen if that was true, man. Jeez. Bro, I'm shell-shocked by that. Could you imagine? I hope not, dude. God damn. I hope not. Summer over winter. Yeah, bro. Like, literally right now, like, if I was like, all right, let's go to the gym, I have to, like, it's one of two things. I go clean out the car, warm up the car, at which point, like, by the time the car's warmed up, by the time I, you know, clean snow off the car, could have just fucking walked over there. So instead, I typically do just hike through the snow. But lately, I don't know, it's like, the cold has been getting to me a little bit more than it used to these days. It gets real fucking cold out there. Summer is nice. I mean, I could just walk outside, and I'm good. So, yeah. That's true. Yeah, yep. We'll take a look. We'll take a look. This isn't a hot take, because everyone agrees. Typhlosion is the best Pokemon of all time. I mean, I gotta go Blastoise, though. I mean, we gotta go Blastoise. I mean, can you get Typhlosion over Feraligatr first? I'd say no. That's a no, right? Get him over Feraligatr. He can't. Can't do it. Can't do it. Oh, this is funny. We actually we did do a video on this one already. Okay. Oh, interesting. This is now That is not true. Can't even take normals in there. Meta didn't allow him to repeat his legendary EZA days. I mean, this sounds like this can make for a fun video. I could do like a verse for this and do it in the Tamagami fight. Could be a fun video. Yeah, I've been very hard on Super Vegito too. So, like, being able to do a video on him where we could put him in a positive light, that does sound actually pretty intriguing to me. That'd be pretty cool. I'd definitely be down with that for sure. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. It'll be a verse video between these two, except we're gonna be doing the Tamagami #1 fight. I kind of like the idea of that. I like that idea. I do. All right. I don't get 6th anniversary slander. Oh, okay. So we're going way back now. So 6th anniversary, I mean, yes, at the time was very good. 6th anniversary was, for sure. I think it's just, maybe it doesn't hold up as well if we're retroactively comparing it to other anniversaries. Master Roshi gets a lot of credit, but these three are also some of the best free-to-play units of all time. Yeah, I remember that this character was really good. They were so much fun when they came out. 8th anniversary is the worst modern Dokkan anniversary. Is that true? I do see a lot of people saying that. 8th anniversary has the worst anniversary pick character of all time, which is Saiyan Saga Kid Gohan. I'll tell you that. The worst character choice for any anniversary, Saiyan Saga Kid Gohan, easy. Least talk about your strongest bandits ever. Yeah, for quite a long time, his dodge was really crazy. And he's also stuck in EZA limbo. Yeah, but there's so many characters who are stuck in this EZA limbo. The thing is, they could just rant, like, you know, maybe we get Hakai Beerus or, like, Carnival LR at some point. And, like, they could easily just, like, EZA this guy then. Like, that would be a good way for them to do it, right? But yeah, they probably should have EZA'd him with Beerus when they did EZA that Beerus. Wait a minute, Aaron. There's like 50 in a row by you, kid. Okay, last one. Never brought up in conversation for greatest free-to-play unit ever. Yeah, remember, this is, you know, technically this is the character that introduced active skills into the game. But I think, like, she was in the data, but the Super Saiyan 4s were the first ones to actually, like, we could get our hands on, that we could do the active skills with. Yeah, she's up there. She's up there. And she had a really good EZA as well. That's all true. All true. Yes, we do. We need a new perfect cell with good animations. Not perfect form cell. Perfect cell. STR Cell's performance is good. Yeah, he's pretty effective on the Android team. I think they did a good job of, you know, he could help with the, like, the revive shenanigans stuff. Reusing animations, not using super perfect cell is a poor choice. I don't know, because they could easily use, you know, the perfect, like, super perfect cell. Sure, we could use that term. Like, he could definitely be, like, some major LR or something like that. I don't have a problem with them doing that cell as a Dokkan Fest and then still holding on to perfect cell. I don't really have too much of an issue with it. But yes, years since Perfect Cell released, this one feels boring. I mean, those are both true. My no item 6 hybrid Saiyan. Wow. Oh, okay. You use. Yeah. So this mission can kind of, like, you know, you could time Vegito well and have Vegito decimate Broly. Yep. For a split second, I was like, oh my god, what a run. I mean, this still is good, right? Like, when I was doing the mission, I wanted to try and make it full hybrids, but yeah, that's an easy way to do it. I mean, Tech Vegito is so crazy with that active skill. I mean, I was seeing players, like, just do the Universe 11 mission and just bring in, like, a friend Vegito. Like they were doing shit like that, right? Like that, yeah, that friend Vegito shit is pretty crazy. Top 3 villain release full time. Oh, if you tally up his original release and his EZA. Okay. Once we start talking about both, yeah, maybe. Because it's one of those things, too, where it's like, I mean, some of these best villain releases would have to be, like, these, probably, like, major, like, Dokkan Fest, like, leaders, right? Bro, this kid, Aaron, spammed. Please actually read the take out loud before responding to it. Oh, shit, we actually have been doing that. Hard to watch hot takes video as a podcast because you read the takes in your head, then respond. Oh, yes, but I have been doing that, right? Oh, that's so sick. Yes, dude, I did. I have been reading them out. Perfect, dude. Yeah. People have asked me that several times. I've been trying my best to, like, over-explain and do more of that stuff. Oh my god, this guy, Aaron was like, god damn it, I'm getting in this video. Why did he not ECA during that worldwide? Wait, 2023, you mean the 2024 worldwide, the Broly movie one? Yeah, he should have ECA'd. Aaron again. Alright, Aaron, you're done. His ECA was heavily overrated. Yeah, in Rose, his ECA was heavily overrated. Like, is that... I feel like I might be a culprit in that. Like, I wonder if I was too high on him, the same way I wonder if I was too high on the Tech Great Ape Vegeta. Defense is below average, no defensive mechanics. Yeah, and then the AoE fights, people still called him good, never understood it. Maybe. The thing is, in that AoE meta, it's tough to be a really good unit back then. I feel like 2025 Dokkan would not survive the Fusion Zamasu meta. Am I crazy for saying that? I just, the way people are talking about, like, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan every day and shit, imagine how these kids would feel once AoE Zamasu drop turn 1, like, that shit, man. Craziness. Think it's now a definitive fact that there's a Team A, Team B when it comes to EZAs. Yeah, I mean, it does. No way Tech Androids get at the legendary character they have when they were. Yeah, they were also one of these legendary characters. Like, one of these, like, what their original release, they were so crazy. And then AGL Trunks, like, these characters came out side by side right here, basically. And AGL Trunks is, like, an abomination. And the Tech Androids are, like, a top 10 overall unit in the game level of strength. So that is really crazy. A Team A, Team B, I mean, I could subscribe to the theory. I could. and then get the Platinum for Persona 5 Royal. Listen. There's so many games. Anything new coming out here that we got to take a look at? There are actually so many games and so many good games and so many games I want to play. I mean, I don't really get as much time to play as I would like. I've been playing Dragon Quest 1 and 2 since October. Yeah, like right here, October 29th, I Platinumed Final Fantasy Tactics. I started this on the 30th, right? The 30th, yeah. And I'm still, like, this is what I'm playing. Like, it's just months and 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 months. I'm trying to get through all these games, but, bruh, it's tough. I mean, you know, life is busy. There's so many games I want to play. I want to try Dispatch. I want to play Silent Hill F. There's just so much stuff I want to do. All right, guys, we're going to end this first part right here. We'll do a second part as well, going through, seeing what some of the takes are. People throwing in a lot of other kind of like random stuff here, which is good too. How about Halo Reach, Persona 5 Royal, a lot of different stuff, right? So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.